So I just need to have a discussion about kind of what I'm doing now, which is that I feel like with some of them, it's going to be a little obvious that I don't know, like basically if I go on, I'm trying to think, 'cause I can't see the future and I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure that I am going to be on some sort of Big Brother show, and I don't know thing. I can't really decide what's going to happen, but I feel like with the names, if I go on giving them all positive, nice names, I mean, that is a possibility, and I can do that. But I feel like um, I feel like I'd feel really stupid if I say to people that I kind of like these people when um, in reality I just hate man and hate everything about um, man, and I've been ignored for 10 years, and that's a very long time, and I'm definitely not going to be hiding any of that. I'm going to make it very clear that I'm hugely pissed off with a huge number of people, and so I don't really know what the plan would be. I know the sun's just come in, so it's quite annoying, um, but yeah, I don't know like what the plan would be, but I feel like I do need to have negative names because I am, I'm angry. I'm angry with the singers and celebrities doing stuff, and I feel like on one hand I need to lie about it and be really happy and stuff, but on the other hand I hate humans, and I kind of want to make it clear how much I really don't like them, and I don't know what's best when it comes to that. Like I don't know if it's best to just pretend. I can't lie. That's the thing. I can't lie. And if someone's talking to me about why I don't like man, I don't like it at all, and I don't see there's any problem saying that I don't like man. Saying I'm God, I don't love you. This is what I want to say. That is what I want to say, and I'm not going to. Stupid sun that's ruining my picture. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to go on a show and just make out that I'm for lots of mankind, and so I don't know if it would be a case of using the better names or the ones that I think are true, but at the same time, things like the Angel of Thought, I guess I don't actually want to know. I want basically to make myself look like I'm not, or maybe just I want to give them just a small bits of evidence, because throughout the whole 10 years, I had evidence, had lots of evidence, but I want to basically do the same test that I've done to the singers, only on the world. So I want to say I'm God, give them enough evidence for them to believe that there's something special about me, but not give them too much. Now, if I say Ed Sheeran is the angel of thought, and then they look into it, they'll probably see that there's a lot of truth. But that's not how it was for me. For 10 years, I didn't know that. And therefore, when I was listening to his music, I was just getting confused and frustrated as to why I couldn't work out what I don't know what he represented or something. Like I didn't even know what I was figuring out. But it felt like I was trying to figure something out and I couldn't do it. And with all these songs, I felt like there's always just something that I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to hear something that they're saying, and I don't know. I didn't even know that they represented different things. I don't know if you knew that. I mean, I know I picked up on a few of the earlier ones, but I want to test the world in the same way that I've tested whatever's happened in the last 10 years. I'm really, really, really pissed off with how people reacted and everything. But at the same time, I feel like the only way I could forgive you would be if you can prove to me that you can show that there's actually worse people out there that are more violent or more disgusting, or, don't just want me to hurt by being alone all the time, but rather they would want me to be physically hurt or something. I don't know. If you could show God like the worst side, I think anyone that has done things behind my back or changed dates or thought like not even bothered to look up the information, that's the thing, and therefore I don't want to go on saying that I don't want to go on saying that Robbie is my angel of hope, because then they'll look at it and be like, oh yeah, this is hope dying over again, and they might actually find this is intelligent, and it is intelligent, but at the same time, um, I don't want it to be that obvious. I don't want them to know these names basically. So I feel like I need to give just for the beginning. I need to give some sort of crappy, shitty name that basically just stirs them up. And like if you really, really like Eminem, and if someone who's calling themselves God is like calling him King of Smelly Socks or something, I feel like if you're a funny person, you might just see that as, oh yeah, she's having a laugh. Okay, God is pissed off because of all the sexism in the past. Okay, she's a woman. We understand why. That's how you should see it. But yeah, I feel like the best way to give, I think feel like I need to pass my power on to others. Now with the women, I feel like I need to actually give them power because women don't usually have power unless it's given to them. That's usually in the past. A woman usually waits for power to be given to them rather than to just start grabbing it. Whereas guys are usually the opposite way around. They're always trying to get the power and trying to assert themselves higher than God and stuff. And so I feel like because of that, instead of giving power to the guys, the best way to give power to them is actually to take it away from them. And that would anger all the fans and all the people that it's like kind of reverse psychology. And if you call David Beckham like the kickballs guy or something, every single person who loves football is gonna either find it funny and just be like, oh yeah, you're a woman, you don't like football, okay, whatever. Or they're going to be like, hey, what's this woman who thinks she's God? I don't know. I feel like the first step needs to be a battle of the sexes almost, um, because the women are probably just going to go and just continue doing whatever they're doing, and the guys are probably going to kick up a stir. Maybe I don't know. Like I can't see the future, and I feel like I'm going back to my human self when I start. Whenever I think of the future, I feel like I go back to my human self. So I don't know how much of when I'm talking about the future, I don't know how much of it is true or not. I know the names that I've given are accurate, even though I haven't done any research, and my brain is telling me not to bother doing any research because I need to watch these songs in the future, in a different state of, I don't know. I don't want to look too deeply into this. I feel, I will click on a song when I'm meant to click on it, and I feel like I'm not meant to click on these songs right now, so I won't. But I feel like that's what needs to happen. For me to give power to men, I need to try and take it away from them as much as possible, but actually do it in physical sight, by kind of just by calling the guy who represents masculinity, um, Wiggle Man or something. I do like that song, Wiggle Wiggle Wiggle. I was watching that and I was thinking that's really funny, but it's why do I like you and think you're really masculine and that yet you have a song like that? That's what I was thinking when I was listening to that song. But so I was confused. I was very confused because it was like contradiction of, because it's quite a feminine song and yet he's got quite a masculine guy on it, and so I just, what's this about? And but anyway, I suppose it does demasculine guys, and I like masculinity, but some of his songs do demasculate guys. But it's not actually because that Reed does represent me. I think he does, but I don't think some of the songs do. But I think that's more just to piss people off and in a way take power away from the guys. And the more power you take away from the guys, the more power they'll want, and the more angry they'll get, and that is how you start chaos. Good. And I'm also getting lots of songs of the Pink coming through. Having in that fight or something when she's rolling around on the floor. I think the best way to get people to feel stuff is to, in a way, hit them, not physically, but hit them where it hurts by saying that I'm God and I don't give a shit about you, and then see what happens.